Welcome back to Anarchy in the Ukulele, and we're back today with another review, and this time it is for this Flight A10 Solid Flame Maple Faded Blue Tenor Ukulele. Just to say before we start that this ukulele has actually been sent to us by musicroom.com, but it is still an impartial review. We'll be honest and open, and we'll say what we do like and what we don't like. But thanks to Music Room for sending this over. So, to start with, Flight A10, 10th Anniversary Edition. Flight have been around for 10 years, and this is a bit of a departure for them because this is a handcrafted, luthier-made ukulele. And up until now, I think all of their ukuleles have been factory-made. But these limited editions are handcrafted by a luthier out in China, master luthier, and each one is made by an individual. So from beginning to end, one individual has made these, and they really are beautifully finished, flawlessly finished. I can't find a single flaw with this at all. However, it is blue. Now, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. I like it, but I wasn't sure I was going to. When I saw it on the website, I couldn't decide. It's got a sort of 1980s sort of tie-dye look to it, but the flamed maple in this wood is absolutely beautiful. And when I saw it in the flesh, I was straight away taken by it. It looks brighter on camera than I think it does in the flesh, but I think you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. I really like it. Paul, however, didn't like it at all to look at least. Said it should be in a chip shop with a mermaid on it. Not quite sure what he's talking about there. However, solid maple, solid top, solid sides, solid back, beautiful flame maple. Really beautiful, whichever angle you look at this at, however you look at it, the markings are just magnificent, just beautiful bits of wood, so well put together. Even the inside of the ukulele, you can't see in there, but even the inside, the flame on the wood is just absolutely beautiful. It's immaculate. Solid body, maple neck, which is really nice, feels really nice. Curved neck, really nicely finished. It's got a ebony fretboard and a ebony bridge. It's a pin bridge, by the way, which is great for intonation and keeping the strings in the right place. It has a bone nut and a bone compensated saddle, so again, brilliant for intonation and tuning. The nut is 38mm, which is wide, and I really like that. It's really comfortable to play. In fact, it's an incredibly comfortable ukulele to hold as well. It has this comfort edge in ebony as well, and I'm never really too sure about these comfort edges. I sometimes think they were just a bit of a fad that Taylor Guitars started, I believe it was, but this is incredibly comfortable to hold, so I can't really complain about it. Flight do it on a lot of their ukuleles, as do a few of the manufacturers, but it does make it comfortable to hold, so we've got to give them that. We've got dyed maple binding, ebony comfort edge, as I said. The frets are as smooth as anything. You know, this instrument is so well finished. We've got abalone dots, and these are sort of off centre, which again I think divides opinion. I like them because I just like things that are a little bit different. I don't know if you can see them there. So yeah, they're abalone, which means they don't stand out too well. But I mean, again, I quite like that because they're very subtle on the fretboard. I'm guessing in low lights might be a little bit harder to see. They do have side dots on there as well. So pretty easy to see those. in low light, so I don't think that's an issue at all. We've got them at the 3rd, 5th, 7th, 10th and 12th positions. Oh, 13th as well, little one there, see, hiding away on the side. Abalone rosette as well. I'll just show you that. A little bit blingy, but probably not as blingy as the blue. So in comparison to that, quite subtle. Little abalone purfling as well, which is really nice, really subtly done, goes beautifully with the blue around the bottom. Really like that. I can't stress enough the finishing on this instrument. Little gold inlay around the bridge as well. Don't know if I said that. Really nice little touch that. Gold tuners on the headstock. We'll come to the headstock in a minute. They are Flight Zone tuners. Really nice. Can't fault them at all. I like them in the gold. Again, a little bit of extra bling for your money. Gold and these sort of pearly white tuning heads. Really nice. Now the headstock it's a Flight anniversary headstock, so they've just made it a little bit different. I think it's similar to one on one of their other models, but they've just changed it a little bit, and you've got this kind of little cutaway, which I really like. I think it looks really cool. I think the Flight headstock looks really nice anyway, but this cutaway just gives it like just a little bit of added style. So really like that. The strings that come with it are Brazilian fluorocarbon. I don't really know what that means. I think it means that it's fishing line. So quite sort of nondescript, but very, very high quality, which is why they've put them on this instrument. And I really like them. So I'm going to have to find out a little bit more about what they are, because when I restring this, I'm going to want to do it with the same strings. The strings, they just feel a little bit softer. They're not as taut as sometimes strings are on a new instrument. They're a bit more like when you play an older vintage instrument, where it just feels like a little bit looser, and I really like that. It makes it really nice to play. It feels really nice. And the action on here is perfect for me. Not too high, not too low, just in between. But again, really, really nice and easy to play. Okay, so let's have a little play. It's mellow. It's definitely mellow, and I really like that about this instrument. I wasn't expecting it to be that mellow with all the maple. All the maple, we've got all the maple on this. But I really like it. It's if you strum it or you're picking it, it's just I mean, it's got that ring that I really like on ukuleles, but it's just that little bit softer than a lot of ukuleles. Again, I think down to the strings. I think if you want it a little bit more zingy than this, then change of strings is going to do that. Stick some Worth Browns on there, and I think you'll get that zing. This is high G. I might be tempted to put a low G on it and try it with one of those, because I think it would sound really nice, particularly again with this mellow sound. That's really nice. Really, it's so nice to play, so easy to play. And like I say, I think it's just that little bit mellower, which depends on where you're playing it. I think if you're playing with a big group of people, you're going to sit quite back in the mix, as it were. You're not going to be too forward with this. If you're playing it solo, what a beautiful sound for solo playing. It's got that sort of classical, mellow, classical guitar sort of sound to it. Jazz would work really well on this instrument as well, I think, because it's almost got that sort of jazz guitar sound to it, which I really like, and that's really what I like about this instrument. It's got a tone all of its own. It's got a tone like no other ukulele that I've played. It's different. Again, it all comes down to personal preference, whether you like that or not. But if you want something that's just a little bit mellower, softer, but with the most beautiful angelic tone, it's soft. It's just, you could play lullabies on this. If playing lullabies is your thing. Don't really know where that came from. But yeah, so I hear a lot of people say like an instrument is good for strumming or it's good for picking, and I don't really get that, because I think it depends what you want out of your strumming and what you want out of your picking. If you want a soft strummed instrument, this is perfect. If you want a softly picked instrument, this is perfect. So yeah, I don't really get that. It depends what you're looking for, I suppose. I think picking wise, this is it's nice. It's like I've had this for a couple of weeks and been playing it at home, and it's just soft, and you just kind of sit on the sofa and. Yeah, so really nice. So I'm going to come clean about this instrument, because I said at the beginning that Music Room sent us this, and I've now actually bought this instrument because I like it so much. It's such a beautiful ukulele to play. Whether you like the blue on it or not is up to you. I really like it. Wasn't sure about it when I saw a picture of it, but when I actually got it in my hands, loved it. And yeah, I like the instrument so much that I've paid my money for it and bought it myself. And I'm really pleased with it. So this isn't an unbiased review, but it's very hard for me to be critical about this. I'll be honest, there isn't anything that I don't like about it. I think it's a really greatly made ukulele. There's no sort of the finishing is so perfect for a handmade instrument. It's amazing how nicely this is finished and put together. Beautiful looking instrument. Plays beautifully. The tone is perfect for me. It's what I'm looking for this type of ukulele. I think when you get to a certain place with ukuleles and a certain price point, you look at where you're spending your money and having sort of different ukuleles for different purposes as well, rather than a one ukulele suits all. And for me, this is for sort of solo playing or playing with a singer, or duets maybe, but it's not for sort of, for me, it's not for strumming in big ensembles. But for recording as well, if I want something really mellow sounding, this is going to be my go-to instrument. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. Price. These are around about £1,000 at the minute. Some places just below 1,000, some places just above 1,000. And is that well priced? Well, it's difficult because I really like this instrument. So for me, it's well priced. But you could spend £1,000 on a Hawaiian brand instrument made in Hawaii. And some people argue that sort of a Chinese-made instrument isn't worth the same. I think that's rubbish. I think wherever it's made, if it plays as well as this, if it looks as good as this, in my opinion, if it's made as well as this, if it's put together as well as this, it doesn't matter. It's it's a beautiful ukulele, and that's all that really should matter. So yeah, you could get another instrument from Hawaii for a similar sort of price. Great instruments, but certainly I wouldn't rule out one of these until you've tried one. So I'd get out there and try one, because fantastic instrument, and there wasn't anywhere else that I wanted to spend that type of money at the minute, and this came along and forced my hand really. So well done flight. Really, really nicely made instrument. Anniversary edition. Really like that. Feels a little bit special. Certainly feels like a special ukulele to me. Oh, by the way, you get a gig bag. I will show you that because it's quite a nice gig bag. Bright red. Doesn't really go with the blue, but does that really matter? It's a good quality big gig bag. It's their sort of deluxe edition, and I think they've upgraded it again for these anniversary ones. You can get the flight logo on there. So well done flight. Really, really nice instrument. I think worth the money. I don't think there's better for this price point at the minute. I know other people in the ukulele world have really taken to these as well. And yeah, I'm really happy with that. So I think great instrument. Really looking forward to getting lots of recording done with this one. So if you like what we do here, then please do like, subscribe, and ring the bell. No one here again. It is, believe it or not, it is 12:30 a.m. On a Sunday morning, and I'm still at work doing this review for you. So I hope I don't look too tired because I feel it. But yeah, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll see you next time.